Today's reaction video is going to be a little different because I'm going to be reacting to an older song and music video. This was made in the 90s, I believe, and it was by the New Radicals, a group called the New Radicals, and the song is called You Get What You Give. I've actually heard this song, but I hadn't heard it for many years, and then lately I heard it several times on the radio driving around town, and I thought, wow, I listened to the lyrics, and I thought, how prophetic. And so I thought I would actually watch the music video with you guys because I've never seen it and have a little nostalgia for the past. So let's watch You Get What You Give by the New Radicals. Totally 90s. They're hanging out at a mall. That's what we used to do when we were kids. Do people still do that? Do like young people still do that? Hang out at the malls on weekends? Because it was one of the most fun things ever to do. We see a whole bunch of young adults rebelling and capturing middle-aged working class people who are wearing business suits. And then we laugh till we cry. But when the night is falling, you cannot find the light. You feel your dreams are dying. Hold tight. You got the music in you. Don't let go. You got the music in you. One dance left. This world is gonna pull through. Don't give up. You got a reason to live. Can't forget. We only get what we give. But when the night is falling, you cannot find the light. You feel your dreams are dying. Hold tight. You've got the music in you. Don't let go. You've got the music in you. One dance left. This world is going to pull through. Don't give up. You've got a reason to live. This is why this is a timeless song. The timeless songs feel like they are speaking to you when there's so much suffering in this world, as there always has been, really. For as long as humans have been on this planet, this song gives you hope and light and reminds you that you mean something, that you are special, that you have something to offer to the world. Just don't give up. Don't make decisions based on the emotions that you have right now, especially if they are very, very low emotions, because emotions are exactly that. They're emotions, and they're transient and they're temporary, and you just have to feel through the emotions and you will get to the other side. And then that last part of the chorus, we only get what we give, that really resonates with me because it really means like you get from the world what you give to the world. In Hinduism, they call it karma, and you don't have to be spiritual to believe in karma. What you give to the world, you receive, you will receive. The energy you give to others, you will receive. This makes me think of something that I was recently thinking about while driving. So I was honked at. I'm still not quite sure what I did. The initial emotion that I felt was anger. Why are you honking at me? I'm just trying to get from point A to point B. I don't think I did anything wrong. If I did, I apologize. But what I thought about was, if every time someone showed me a lack of grace or the opposite of compassion, that I would make a concerted effort to bring something positive to one person. So I've started doing that. It's like a way to train my brain to negate a negative action on this planet with something positive. So if someone, cut me off or behaved or rudely or spoke to me rudely, or I got a rude comment on YouTube, I am making a concerted effort to do something kind and compassionate to someone else. And I think it's a wonderful way to turn a negative into a positive, and it's actually really affected me in a positive way because I feel like I'm doing my part in the world to make it a better place rather than making it more negative. And I'm bringing people up rather than tearing them down. Anyways, let's get back to the song.
Reason to live, can't forget, we only get what we get.
Why are they putting people in cages though? It's a little odd.
I'm coming home, baby. Your top, give it to me now. 4 a.m. we ran.
These are all millennials, I believe, right? Or maybe like the tail end of Gen X. But I can only imagine what middle-aged people thought about these people. And they were like, oh my God, this is the future of the world. And I would say that millennials turned out just fine. I'm a millennial.
Flat road, but hey, we do it in style. The parents got flying in for your child. But when the night is falling, you cannot find a friend. When you feel your dreams breaking, just bend.
When you feel your tree is breaking, just bend. I love that. I love it. It's poetic. And it's a great piece of advice when we go through hardships, like we want to resist and we want to control the situation. Maybe those are opportunities where we can be more flexible and malleable and bend rather than breaking.
You got the music in you. Don't let go. You got the music in you. One dance left. This world is gonna pull through. Don't give up. You got a reason to live. Can't forget. We only get what we give.
Lady.
Say you're mine. You got the music in you. Don't let go. You got the music in you. One dance left. This world is gonna pull through. Don't give up. You got a reason to live. Can't forget. We only get what we give. Don't let go. I feel the music in you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's real can't die. You only get what you give.
So I think the symbolism behind the younger generations locking up the older generations, working generations, is symbolic. It stands for the fact that the younger generation doesn't want that 9-to-5 job. They don't want to be locked in a cage of having to go to work every day, being tied to materialism, being tied to certain standards that really create unhappiness and a lack of freedom. And so I could definitely see that sentiment in millennials, and it's carried on to today, where we really don't like the concept of 9 to 5, having a 9 to 5 job. We want the freedom and flexibility in whatever job we have. And I think that's really interesting to see how that panned out from this music video, the sentiment in this music video where these millennials are like teenagers or Gen X. And now they're all grown up, and it seems like that sentiment has carried through.
You only get what you give. Health insurance with our flying, FDA, big bankers buying, fake computer crashes, dining, cloning, well they're multiplying. Fashion shoots with Becky Hansen, Courtney Love and Marilyn Manson. You're all fakes, run to your mansions, come around, we'll kick your asses.
Yes. Okay. So love the song. I love that last part, and it's so prophetic. I think that's one of the reasons why the song, in my opinion, is so prophetic. They say health insurance, rip off lying. Health insurance companies are even more awful today than they were in the 90s, but it's incredible that they already knew that health insurance was going in the wrong direction. Big bankers, huge banks, all of these huge, too big to fail entities are so corrupt, and I love how they're calling them out, even back in the 90s. Fake computers crashes dining. Not quite sure what that means. When was this song made? 1998. Maybe they're talking about Y2K. Maybe the whole Y2K scare was going on even back in 1998, 2 years before the year 2000. So maybe they knew that whole Y2K scare was a big hoax. Cloning, fashion shoots with Becky Hansen. I don't know who that is, but I do know who Courtney Love and Marilyn Manson are, and he called them fakes. That's interesting. Maybe I think he's referring to just the mainstream music industry and how it's all just so fake. They talk about rebelling and against certain societal standards, yet they have mansions that they run to at the end of the day. That was a very interesting music video. It definitely wasn't what I was expecting, but now that I see who the band is, what they look like, and I could see how it fits. You know, we have this generation of young people who may be disillusioned by what they see in the world, and they may feel hopeless. And this song is meant to give them hope and meaning and empowerment, that they don't have to be like the past generations. Now, I think that there are certain aspects of the past and past generations and traditions that are actually really important to hold on to, lest we enter this anarchic, chaotic society that really lacks any sort of stability. But I do think that there are certain aspects of society as a whole that are unhealthy, and that we should, if we could critically think about how to individually tailor our own lives and the lives of our family, that we don't have to conform to everything that society tells us that we should conform to. We don't have to conform to materialism. We don't have to conform to the 9-to-5 job. We don't have to we don't have to believe everything that we are told by the mainstream. Anyways, I think I'll wrap things up right now. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.